is made pretty often. Steph Curry and Caitlin Clark, the shooting range, the uber confidence, the ability to stick it from anywhere on the court, inside half court. And the two of them together are able to play the outside and inside game. As long as you're open, they're going to find you as well. And a little swagger as well between these two. Our ESPN NBA Sunday doubleheader starting with the Warriors taking on the Timberwolves at 7:30, 4:30 Pacific. That's followed by the Clippers taking on the Western Conference leading Nuggets. Coverage tipping off at 7 o'clock Eastern with NBA Countdown as we get the fourth quarter underway and anybody's game. It's been exactly what we anticipated in this highly touted game.
You guys, in that last Iowa huddle, Lisa Bluter just reset everything for her team. She reminded them they've got 4 timeouts here. Use one to avoid a turnover. Then she challenged them to do better on the boards, boxing out, and turn up the heat on Grace Berger. They think that number 34 is getting too hot. Got a special defense in just to contain Grace Berger right now.
Caitlin Clark with 29. Iowa on top 63-58. Parrish can hit that one from way downtown, but not here. Holmes does a good job popping up the rebound right to herself. Marshall tips it out for Iowa, so it'll be Indiana ball.
And we've seen Caitlin Clark take it all the way to the basket. We've seen the deep three in here, just a beautiful little floater off the glass as well. There's not a whole lot offensively that she can't do.
You wonder, is this game going to come down to a Caitlin Clark jump shot in the final seconds in front of this great crowd? Holmes weaving in for 2.
Looked like Iowa lacked a couple of possessions in that zone defense, and Berger does a great job attacking it and finding an open teammate.
Marshall sticks it. Gabby Marshall, senior from Cincinnati. And up to 6 for the Hawkeyes. Berger surrounded. Parrish open. Yes.
Indiana has shooters, and they have shooters with size. Sydney Parrish, 6'2". Yarden Garzone, 6'3". So it's hard to limit their vision when they catch and get an open field for a 3.
Parrish also a very good rebounder. Clark with a one-hander off the backboard. And continues to pile on the points. She's got 31. Berger went right through Holmes. The open shooter is Scalia. And a whistle along the baseline.
How about a 30-piece? Is it a 30-piece these days or a 30-burger for Caitlin Clark? Well, she's got it right now with still almost 8 minutes to go in this one.
Kate Martin with foul number 4. So that's 32 career games with 30 or more. Martin to the bench. Berger swishes that one in. That mid-range game is a sight to behold for her.
I guess it would be a 30-piece for Caitlin Clark, and whatever Grace Berger gets would be a whatever burger.
Right. Falter lets fly. No. Again, just 3 points separating these two. Laura McNeil's playing with 4. Parrish, another touch. Not this time.
Yeah, you wonder if they're going to get out of this zone, though, Iowa, because Indiana's gotten some great looks from the perimeter.
Clark with a turnover. Berger. And a foul here inside with 6:56 to go. Caitlin Clark, the 6-foot junior, with a 31-point game to this point, just picked up foul number 2. Molly Davis back on now for the Hawkeyes. Iowa, by the way, defeated the only team to beat Indiana all season long. It was Michigan State. East Lansing won that one in overtime, 84-81. Arizona drops in the first one.
Gerzone's had a bit of a quiet game on the offensive end, 1 for 6 from the floor, now 6 points. But she's been impressive. She's had some really impactful moments on the defensive end with her size, helping, rebounding.
Oh, you're right, 10 rebounds.
Yeah. Just a freshman. She is one of those players that you look forward to seeing what she's going to become in the next couple of years.
Really hits the three when she gets going. So this is a one-point affair. Here's Clark. Long one. Too strong. The occasions where she does miss a shot like that, she'll often drop her hands and stare at them like, I can't believe it.
How did you fail me?
McNeil denied in the lane. Parrish is open again and drills another three. And that puts Indiana on top 70-68.
Sydney Parrish is an outstanding three-point shooter. 36% on the season. She continues to find herself wide open.
And a timeout. Iowa takes one as they trail here in the fourth quarter.
Moving the basketball around. Indiana doing a good job finding their open shooters. Dave O'Brien, I think you could make this one if you were wide open.
Oh, you're dreaming. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's. 2 for $6. The best deal in fast food. Best place to be in college basketball today is right here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. And a dandy of a finish setting up here. Indiana has won 14 in a row. That's one shy of tying the program record. We talked about what Iowa has on the line. This Indiana team showing great mental toughness, along with other things like great balance. And out of the corner, Marshall will drop that one in.
That entire possession, Dave, she was over there clapping her hands like, I am ready and want the ball.
One of the great things about this matchup, you got a lot of players who want the ball.
Yeah.
That's going to be a foul. That will go against Indiana.
Gabby Marshall on the left side of the screen. Look at her. Hands ready. Hands ready. Hands high. Get me the basketball right into her shooter's pocket and able to drain the three. Her dad was on the flight with me last night, by the way, from Chicago. Delightful man, yes.
Clark needing 1 rebound, 2 assists for her 10th career triple-double. Clark will swing it. And close and one. Czinano getting it exactly where she wants it. So another assist for Clark.
What a well-designed play. Caitlin Clark coming off a double screen, and then Czinano just posting strong, finishing with the left and the and one. She doesn't usually show much emotion.
She was held to 6 points and in foul trouble when they met in Bloomington. She's really lived up to her preseason All-Big 10 selection.
Indiana has had an answer all game long.
Will that continue to be true? Parrish thought about another three. Berger drawing a double. Now Marshall defending, and she goes down and loses the basketball. And Iowa clamping down defensively, leading by 4. 5 minutes to go. Iowa number 6, Indiana number 2.
Got the double coming at Caitlin Clark, and Holly mentioned it in the last huddle. Lisa Bluder told her team, don't turn it over, we've got timeouts. Clark just used one.
So we have a timeout. 5:04 to play. 74-70. Iowa leading Indiana. Case for some stars like Grace Berger, one of the great passers and ball handlers in the game. And Caitlin Clark, what can't she do? She is 1 rebound, 1 assist away from another triple-double. It should be the 10th of her career. Just amazing. Turned over. Here comes Indiana within 4 points. Parrish tried to swing it. Picked off. Davis will lay it in.
She double dribbled at midcourt.
I think maybe have gotten away with it.
She double dribbled at midcourt.
More McNeil on the penetration. Yes.
And the poise of this Indiana team to answer when they need to answer, to quiet the crowd when they need to do so.
Boy, they've done it all day long. Iowa got shot out of a cannon to begin this thing, but Indiana came back, kept on coming back, eventually took the lead for a bit. They've been chasing most of the afternoon. Marshall beyond the three. Davis. And Holmes there for the rebound. And the crowd hanging on every possession here at Carver Hawkeye.
See Gabby Marshall just trying to deny anything back to Grace Berger once she gets rid of it.
Parrish on the attack. Yes, two more. Boy, she's had a big second half.
Yeah, not only hitting from three, which is her bread and butter, but that time a great drive to the left side.
Came in averaging 12 points a game. Second half, she has 14. Davis trying to shred the D and will draw the foul. A 3:13 showing. Parrish with the foul a moment ago. Here's Martin out high. He's had such a big impact on this one, and she's about to go to the foul line. Dave Martin is really, I thought, the first quarter story for the Hawkeyes, even more so than Caitlin Clark was. Arizona with a foul.
Yeah, so incredibly impactful. She just came back into the game, and as soon as she touches it, drives and gets to the free throw line.
Where she makes 82%. One of Iowa's 5 returning starters from last year's Big Ten co-champs. Let's go to Holly.
Well, Kate Martin is an absolutely wonderful story. She has had a relationship with Lisa Bluder since she was a tiny girl. She's been coming to Iowa Hawkeye camp since she was 5 years old. She's gone every single year since she was 5. She said it's a dream come true to be playing in black and gold. I never thought I'd be here, but every waking moment on the basketball court, I was working towards putting on this jersey, and here she is in one of the biggest games of her career, having a great game.
Dream come true, really.
You can see the passion with which she has played today. When she got in foul trouble, had to leave the game, she was fiery.
77-74, 19 points for Martin. So she has blown her season average away. Parrish has that one blocked. Still digging and draws the foul. Warnock was all over her. And commits foul number 3.
This last possession, you see your drive left. This time she goes right, misses, gets the offensive board, goes back up. It's so nice to have wings and shooters with size, and Parrish is that at 6'2".
Scalia getting ready to come back on now for Coach Morin. And it'll be Parrish at the line, a former Indiana Miss Basketball, the Oregon transfer. Had a slew of excellent games in her return to her home state, including one today.
What a showcase for women's basketball.
Totally.
From game day to the game, this has been awesome.
And it doesn't always live up to the hype, the game itself, but this one has in every conceivable fashion.
Yes, it has.
Wonderful thing when the stars play like stars. Warnock with a bounce feed, and yes. Czinano, the 6'3" grad, makes it 79-76.
Almost a big steal by Gabby Marshall. And you saw last time defensively, Indiana sent 2 at Caitlin Clark, just trying to get the basketball out of her hands, and Iowa still able to score.
This crowd has been a huge part of the narrative, haven't they? .220 left. Berger to Holmes. Yeah. And a whistle as well.
At the beginning of that play, there was a high on-ball screen by Mackenzie Holmes that just took Kate Martin out. And then when she rolled, she was open. So here, Boom, runs right into it. That's why Mackenzie Holmes is so open when she goes to the basket.
Warnock with her 4th foul to put Holmes at the line with a chance to tie this game with a little more than 2 minutes. So we are dead even at 79. Warnock looking. Here's Clark. Clark on the drive, off balance. Oh, it spun out. Oh, it was in the cylinder and kicked out. So now the Hoosiers can jump into the lead under 2 minutes to play. Grace Berger with a jumper. Around and out. Boy, that one was inside. A couple of great players getting looks they wanted. It just wouldn't go down.
And I love the handoff play with Grace Berger, knowing that Czinano's going to have a hard time switching out on her.
So timeout with 1:43 on the clock. An official review here, 79-79. Check on exactly what they were looking at. Checking out of bounds here.
Yeah. You can see that it goes off of Mackenzie Holmes' hands.
So it'll be Iowa basketball. You're talking about Indiana, you know, the depth that they have scoring-wise among the starters. You got 4 players today who are into double figures.
See 2, they're running 2 now at Caitlin Clark.
Clark outside the 3. Doesn't need a lot of room, that's for sure. Here's Martin.
What a pass.
Czinano commits to that play time and time again and gets it to go. 1:07 to go. Berger, Holmes, yes!
Keep going back to it, whether it's the on-ball screen or handoff between Grace Berger and Mackenzie Holmes. It's very hard for Iowa to defend.
81 apiece. This has been some game. Czinano went down and a whistle there in the paint. 48.7 showing.
You know I love the post play, so give me a little bit more. Beautiful pass by Kate Martin here. Wrap it around. Kids, learn how to do that. Feed your big inside, and then on the other end, screen, roll, bounce pass, finish. Fun basketball.
4 fouls now on Mackenzie Holmes. Czinano at the line. 77% foul shooter.
Much better effort from the line today, too, from Iowa. When these teams met last time, they missed 11 free throws in that game.
And the 6'3" grad makes both of those. And it's 83-81. For McNeil, taking a tumble and fouled. Well, she and Clark, just like the last time, have been going toe to toe all afternoon.
And more McNeil, when she saw Clark in the air, she'd have just hoisted it at the basket so she could get 3 free throws.
Indiana will take a timeout. So we'll take the break. We're away for 30. 34.9 to go. So the reset. They both have 2 timeouts to go. And Iowa has the possession arrow. And on top here at home, in front of a sold-out crowd, 83-81.
I'd be looking for that high middle ball screen between Mackenzie Holmes and Grace Berger. It's just a tough place for Monica Czinano to defend if she has to help off onto Berger, and then Berger can look for her mid-range jumper.
Officials at the monitor again, setting up an outstanding finish. Caitlin Clark, 31 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Chloe Moore-McNeil working on 16 points. Came in averaging only 9 points a game.
So it was 5 fouls, so she gets 2 shots. Would Terry Morin have used that timeout if she knew her player was going to the free throw
That's a great
line?
play. I don't think so.
No. So fouls were listed wrong in the arena. That's big.
Yes.
She could end up needing that timeout in these last 35 seconds.
Absolutely. Moore-McNeil, 85%, outstanding at that line. Very cool there.
Forget the fact that she could have iced her own free throw shooter.
Right. 83-83, another timeout. Stick around. Had the wrong fouls up there on the scoreboard. Morin took the timeout, but think to yourself, it's one of the reasons your assistants need to be there for you.
Yeah, of course. But if you're making a quick decision there too, you know.
Sure.
But they still have 2. Iowa now with 1 after taking the timeout to advance.
So the Hawkeyes to put it in. So this one has a little bit of everything down the stretch. Caitlin Clark in a tie game. Under 30 remaining to be played. Martin. Caitlin Clark, the All-American, taking her time. 11 on the shot clock. Martin looking up at that. Clark to make a move. Feeding inside, and that'll roll off the iron. 5 seconds to go, and a timeout. Indiana with 4.6 and an opportunity to get up a shot to win the game.
Czinano could not have gotten a better look for Iowa. This is a player who shoots 67% from the field. She gets her defender buried inside. Beautiful pass by Caitlin Clark. This is usually easy money for Monica Czinano. Great delivery. And that's how she's made her living, is shots like that.
Got everything they wanted there. She makes 67%. Just about all of them on shots like that. So take us inside the Indiana huddle here, Rebecca, and how does this play go?
Well, 4.6 seconds is a pretty good amount of time, and so you would expect Grace Berger to get the ball in her hands, but how do you do it? Do you start her in the backcourt, get it in, pitch it to her so she has her momentum going forward like we saw with Olivia Miles a week ago when Notre Dame was able to beat Louisville, or do you try to do a direct entry into Mackenzie Holmes and see if she can go to work?
But you'd be stunned if anybody else took that shot.
Without one of those players touching it first, yes.
83-83. And the Iowa fans packed into Carver Hawkeye with everything they can to disrupt this final shot by the Hoosiers. Berger's going to put it in.
Direct entry.
Holmes with 2 seconds, spinning inside, and a whistle on the play. With 0.8 to go, and a foul.
Wow.
And Mackenzie Holmes about to go to the line in a tie game with less than a second.
Lisa Bluder wants a foul, a travel. It looked like she did shuffle her feet a little bit. Was there a foul there, Dave?
Czinano gets whistled for it. Holmes, the senior, makes 70% at the foul line. Tied at 83 apiece. And again, the officials going to the monitor. And you see Bluder there begging for a travel after the fact. Take a look.
Yeah, she traveled. But that's not what they're looking at. That's not something that they can review. They've called the foul. Right now what they're looking at to see if the 0.8 is the accurate amount of time.
This is still very hot about that one. And it looks like she had a right to be.
Yes.
I'll give you one more look.
Direct entry, inbound, get it to Holmes. She goes right here. Yeah, it was almost like when it looked like her right ankle went over a little bit. She had to get an extra step in there.
So they're going to reset the clock to 1.5. Indiana has been outstanding at the foul line. 14 out of 50. And again, Holmes makes 70%. And Indiana has the lead. And she has another foul shot to come. And she makes the pair. The Hoosiers lead it 85-83 in a timeout. So Holmes, ice water there at the foul line. We've been talking about this as a theme all day long. You know, when your stars show up and they play big time, and Holmes just did that. It'll be debated, that last call, for sure, if that's the last call.
But she did what she needed to do, and she got to the free throw line, and she was able to make both of them. And 1.5 seconds left when Caitlin Clark is on the team. You would imagine Indiana's going to send multiple people to her, maybe not play the inbound or try to keep it out of Caitlin Clark's hands. But Iowa also has a similar option that we just saw from Indiana. That's the direct entry into your big on the post, whether she's just got posting up or trying to get a screen to get her a look at somewhere in the paint.
No, with Caitlin Clark, all things are possible, even with 1.5 seconds to play.
Sounds like a Bible verse.
The sold-out crowd on the edge of their seat here today. It's been incredible. It's had a Final Four feel to it all afternoon. Get the #2 team in the country in Indiana. And certainly playing like a Final Four team. And Iowa as well, #6 in the land. Do they have a miracle? Can the Hawkeyes hit a miracle shot? If you're just joining us, our game summary. Caitlin Clark, what a game. Seeking her 10th career triple-double. Kate Martin has been a big part of the story for Iowa with 19 points. Came in averaging about 7. But Indiana's had the great balance with 4 players with 16 or more. We've had 8 lead changes and 4 ties. And here we go.
And important to keep in mind, Iowa without timeout. So, number one, they've got to be able to get the ball inbounds within the 5 seconds.
So important who inbounds it. That's going to be Kate Martin here on the side. Keep your eye on number 22. Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires. And it goes! She hit it! Wow! All things are possible when Caitlin Clark has the basketball. Like that. Iowa 86, Indiana 85 at the buzzer. Holy smokes. Well, I've always thought there are different levels of greatness. Just saw one here. Wow. Caitlin Clark catching and firing the triple at the buzzer, and Iowa knocks up Indiana 86-85.
Everyone in the gym knew who Iowa was trying to get the basketball to. Screen, another screen, more McNeil trying to get around, runs into Czinano, and just look at that, off balance, going to the right. Doesn't matter if everyone knows whose hands it's supposed to be in. Magic happens when magic happens, and we've seen it a lot with Caitlin Clark.
And a legendary career adds another page in the legend. Look at this reaction. And Indiana suffering a heartbreaking defeat. Terry Morin. Been a couple of miracle finishes in this arena over the last 2 days. Let's go to Holly.
1.5 seconds left. How did you get open, first of all?
That's a play we work on every single day in practice. And to be honest, our first look was to get a layup at the rim because we knew they had to make a call. But I got the ball, got to go up. But honestly, I make that in practice. So when we were in the huddle, that's what I was envisioning. You know, we never stop believing. That's what our group's about. So, you know, that was every single person. It doesn't come down to just that play. I'm glad I could step up, though.
When that leaves your fingertips, what's going through your head?
You know, honestly, I thought it was money. So when I saw it go through the rim, I was excited. But, you know, when I'm in here working by myself, those are the situations you put yourself in. And to be able to do it for this team on senior day against the #2 team in the country, you know, it meant a lot. So it's for our seniors more than anything.
That is for your seniors. Monica, a terrific game, battling her butt off in the post.
Yeah.
Warnock also battling. How did your seniors step up?
Yeah, I think, you know, they challenged Monica. Mackenzie Holmes is a terrific player. But, you know, the way Monica responded throughout the game and made some huge shots for us was pretty incredible.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thanks, Holly.
So Holly Rowe goes, Caitlin, what did you think when it left your hand? She goes, honestly, I thought it was money. I love that. What a game.
An incredible performance. I mean, both of these teams are elite level teams, elite shooting teams. Both of these teams have ceilings that you would say are potential Final Four. But what an absolutely epic performance by Caitlin Clark this afternoon.
Some finish, huh? Caitlin Clark at the buzzer. Iowa 86, Indiana 85. San Antonio and Orlando next on ESPN. For Holly, Rebecca, and our entire crew, I'm Dave O'Brien. Time now for XFL. Tom Hart and Greg McElroy coming your way.